Alright, so we just got back from the Mendocino National Forest, so I figured now would be the perfect time to show you all of our camping and wheeling gear that we take with us. So here's everything packed up. I try to pack it as tightly as possible so that nothing can really move around, especially for wheeling. And we had some pretty steep inclines and declines and everything stayed right where I put it, so I was pretty happy about that. I also keep some of the stuff that I like to have easily accessible in the back seat here. And then all of our clothes, backpacks, other stuff go on the seat, but we already unpacked that stuff, so this is all that's left. Alright, so I'm going to unpack everything and show you each item, what it is, and why I bring it. So first off, I've just got some of my recovery gear and some other stuff I use for wheeling. So we'll go through the recovery gear first. First, I've just got some gloves. Always good to have some gloves, especially during the winter time, snow wheeling. Then I've got a tree saver for winching, always good. Heavy duty snatch block. You can tell I haven't used it yet, which I guess is a good thing. Then I've just got this 36,000 pound tow rope, or tow strap, I guess. And last but not least, I've got a couple shackles, as well as a shackle hitch mount. This is actually some stuff that I got today, so this will be kind of an unboxing. But I got some tire deflators from Boulder Tools. Comes with an air gauge, some valve cores and valve caps, as well as a core tool. So I haven't used them yet, so I'll have to mess around with them and let you guys know how they do. But I definitely wanted something for when I go wheeling to air all four of the tires down at the same time. This will definitely make airing down a lot faster and easier. Then I've just got some more shackles from Rhino USA. Came with a pretty cool sticker. And then I went with the all red for these ones. So a couple more shackles. Next up, I've just got a simple little tire inflator. This thing was pretty cheap, but it definitely gets the job done. I do plan on upgrading to onboard air at some point, but I carry this so that I can air down and know that I can get my tire pressures back up in order to drive home. Then I've got some tire chains. Always good to have chains. It doesn't actually snow where I live, but a lot of the areas nearby it does snow, and it's always good to have them for snow wheeling just in case you get super stuck. Alright, two very important items. I actually have two of these cans, but I usually only take one on my shorter trips. So it's a 5-gallon gas can and 7 gallons of drinkable water. We don't always use this on the trip, but I carry it at least half full just so we have something in case we run out, get stuck, or stranded somewhere. It's always good to have extra water. Then I've just got this cheap Igloo ice chest. Works well. I do want to upgrade at some point. It's kind of bulky, but it keeps stuff cold, which is what we need it to do. Then I've just got the annex room for the CVT tent. Then I've just got this milk crate full of miscellaneous stuff. Extra parts for the CVT tent. Some little fire starting logs. An extension cord just in case I need to use my 12-volt inverter for something. And an extra tarp, which is always good to have. We keep all our dry food and cooking stuff in this medium-sized tote. I love these things because they're stackable. The lids lock really well. They look pretty good too. Next up in this bin, I've just got my Coleman lantern, this little carrying case. This thing is awesome. It is one of the older style pump ones, but it works really well. Then I've just got our buddy heater for inside the tent for winter camping. And I've also got the extra filter and the 10-foot hose adapter so that I can use a 20-gallon tank. This thing has lasted multiple trips compared to the small tanks that you would normally buy for the buddy. So I'm definitely glad that I did that. All right, this bin is my toolbox. Pretty much take this whenever I go camping or wheeling, just because you never know when you're gonna break something. And I've got a lot of tools in here that I would probably be able to fix anything, almost anything, but I'll just show you kind of some of the stuff that I've got in here. Got a bottle jack and a jack stand. This is for just in case I don't want to use the high lift, or it's in an application where I don't need to use the high lift, because the high lift isn't always the safest option, so it's good to have a backup. In here I've just got all my miscellaneous tools and stuff. Wire snippers, pliers, screwdrivers, box cutter, and then underneath I've got drill bits, heat shrink, wire strippers, that sort of thing. Then I always take Gorilla Tape and duct tape with me. Never know when you're gonna need it. All right, this is my Duralast wrench and socket set. This is actually the first set that I bought. This has pretty much most of the tools I would need. It doesn't have a lot of the bigger sockets and wrenches. In terms of trail use, it's a pretty good start. So we'll just get a close up of this. So just kind of a basic wrench and socket set. And last but not least, for this bin, I've got my impact and a drill. Very important tools, makes life a lot easier, especially when you're on the trail. All right, we're getting down to the end here, but these are our camp chairs of choice. They're made by GCI Outdoors, and they've got kind of little shock absorbers on the back here, which I thought was cool, but they basically just allow you to rock in the chair. They're super comfortable, and we love them. This is our leftover firewood from the trip. It's always the first thing I put in to distribute the weight evenly, because it does end up being the heaviest thing that I put in there. So I like to have the weight distributed across the whole back of the truck. Other than a few miscellaneous odds and ends, that's pretty much it. I did just want to thank you guys for the support and checking out my last video. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to it. But really appreciate the support on the beginning of the channel. I'd also love to know what gear you guys take with you, so leave a comment down below. And if you have any recommendations for gear that I should be taking, definitely love to hear that too. Thanks guys, and have a good one.